3 days ago, I was raped, but because I'm an orphan, it seemed like no one wanted to believe me. Instead of investigating the suspect, they spent all their energy interrogating me. Every time I thought about that night, my whole body would shake. But even so, the two officers across from me still wouldn't let it go. The nightmare started at my apartment. I called the police and said I'd been raped. The young officer taking my statement had no expression on his face. He coldly demanded I describe the whole thing in detail. Every single detail, every word spoken Bible. He kept asking about everything. I tried hard to remember that nightmares. A strange man broke into my apartment at midnight, covered my eyes, threatened me with a knife not to scream, tied my hands with his shoelaces, and before he left he put something on my stomach and took a photo. I choked out these humiliating details. After the initial report, two middle-aged detectives who called themselves senior investigators came in and made me tell the whole thing again from the beginning. Then the police took me to the hospital for examination. I had to take off all my clothes for photos. Every bruise on my body was documented. The doctor also took samples of my blood, urine, and saliva. Every step cruelly touched my shame and pain. The female doctor doing the exam started asking about the details again. This was the third time I had to repeat that humiliation. I was exhausted, physically and mentally, and said irritably that I didn't want to talk about it anymore. But the doctor didn't care. She calmly emphasized that all this had to be recorded and filed. With no choice, I had to tear open the wound again. After finishing the long, degrading examination with no dignity left, I thought it might be over. But then I was taken straight to the police station for a fourth round of questioning. The two detectives brought me back into the interrogation room and made me repeat everything word for word again. It had only been a few hours since the attack, and I'd already been forced to relive that hellish assault 4 times. My eyes were empty, my voice trembling. I felt like I was about to break. I had to drag myself back to that desperate night, over and over again. My hands tied, mouth covered, clothes ripped off. Every time I retold it, these brutal images played on repeat in my mind. Each retelling was a new trauma. After the fourth statement, the two detectives still weren't satisfied. They handed me a pen and paper, and told me to write down my witness statement by hand. That meant I had to go through the nightmare a 5th time. By now I was completely exhausted, just hoping that if I cooperated with the police, this would all finally be over.